Hey guys, I think I might be back in making tutorials for YouTube. I found a tool for me to use that is pretty simple, so I'm going to try this out. There might be some moment of silence while I'm recording or making my doll because I don't want to. I don't want to talk all the time. I'm going to give you a few pointers about what I'm doing, and I'm going to try and make this quick because I don't think I'll be able to fast forward the video. So let's get started. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna start very randomly and pick a picture and we're gonna crop it. So when I'm cropping, I'm always gonna stay inside the doll. And I'm going to remove the blue here. And then later I'm just gonna clone the item and do another crop for arm. I'm not too worried when there's missing parts of her hands because with all the fillers that I'm adding on my sets, it's really easy for me to hide the little imperfections. And there you go. Now I think I'm still seeing some blue in this area. So I'm just gonna go back and push the little dots in. And then I'm just gonna clone the item so it's the same size. I'm gonna clear this up and then I'm just gonna do a cropping of her arm. And when you crop, I'm just gonna go back in here to show you. When you crop, sometimes like there's a maximum amount of dots that you can do, right? I would strongly advise not to crop in the middle of her face and then clone the item, because if you have it cropping in the middle of the face, it's going to be more difficult for you to align the two images together. Maybe I'll show you what I mean in another set because I didn't do this here. So here I'm just going to cancel. And then I think, yeah, there's quite a bit of blue. So I'm just going to go back in and push the blue away. Okay, so see, there's a little imperfection here, just like I'm missing her hand, but it's all good. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to make this super big and I'm going to make sure that the doll parts are aligned properly. What I do is put I will play with the backward and forward. And it looks alright. It's easy when it's like this. If it be in the middle of the face, like your nose will be weird, but again, I'll show you in another tutorial maybe. Now we're gonna add some legs. Let me try these ones. A little bigger. And now we're gonna check her proportions. Ah, the proportions are pretty neat. Yeah, I actually like it. It's really rare. Normally, I would play a lot with the legs. I'm just gonna try a few more. Yeah, this is not gonna work. See, to make it fit here, the legs would be a bit too long. Like the proportions are not quite right. Well, it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. So I'm gonna duplicate. Whoops! I'm gonna duplicate. I'm gonna make this bigger. Now, which one do we like best? I think I like the one on the left. So I'm just gonna remove this. And there you go. So we're gonna start on the background. If you've seen my other tutorials before, you're gonna notice that I add the most random stuff. So yeah, just add the most random things on there that I think would fit nicely. Sometimes I have a specific color combination that I'm looking for. I came in this freaking set completely blind. So I'm just gonna see where it brings me. Oh, there we go. Don't be scared to put things on top of your dolls. I find it creates a little more dimension. All the small details count. If you want a flawless doll, the smallest details will make a difference. For example, if I were to put this arrow like this, there's just a tiny bit of the circle that's showing up underneath the arrow. It bugs me. I'm gonna make sure it's hidden properly. I like this quote. I'm gonna put it aside. When I see things that I want to use and I'm not quite there yet, I'll put them aside on this set. Oh, sometimes I forget that I'm recording and I'm just very quiet. This is kind of new to me, so please bear with me. When I used to make my tutorials a few years ago, um, I would record my screen and then go into editor and just add voice to it so I could fast forward and just talk and watching me do my doll, right? I can't do this on this computer. So talking while making a doll is very unusual for me. See, I quite like this one. It's really unusual for me. And now I found an item that I really, really liked. So I'm probably going to use more of this one. In different directions or whatever. I think I might remove these circles. I'll just put this instead. Yeah, no, we're gonna back up and I'm just gonna remove it and use it once. This might be cool. Put this in the background. Yeah, that's pretty neat. What is this? Oops. Too far in the background. It looks better this way. This one I'm gonna clone it, put a little bit on this side. So it's just adding a bunch of layers and paying attention to details and colors. So I have a tiny bit of like lime green and orange, so maybe I'm gonna go and search by colors to make things pop a little more. What do I want to use? Oh, maybe this. Hold on. Oh, maybe some over here behind the little butterfly. Oops. Yeah. And I'll put some over here. There you go. This would work too. I'm gonna be done with this doll very soon. So it's not too long, is it? Yeah, this one doesn't work. I'll just remove it. I'll switch to some orange like this. That's not quite the orange I want. Let's go a little bit flashier. I don't have a lot of orange items. Yeah, I'll put it here. I'll flop it. Don't be scared to flip and flop things. It sounds really like ridiculous, but it could make a difference. Again, the small details. At least I find it makes a difference. Maybe that's just a bit of OCD in me. I don't know. I'm not really OCD, but everything has to be perfect. I clone a lot of items. So it's just a little bit of pop, right? It doesn't change a lot, but it just adds a little more perspective to your sets. Tiny details. I think I need more lime green, eh? Let's see, what else do we have? I don't have a lot. Maybe I'll go another shade. I really don't have a lot, eh? That's a bummer. What do I do? Okay, that will work, and maybe I can put this. So see another very random item that I just cropped very randomly. And it actually might not even be worth it. No, I don't like it. Okay, maybe I'll go in some effects or watercolor drips. Just remove the colors and see what comes up. This green could work. I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave this way. Maybe I can drop this and hide. Nah, it looked better here, eh? Just not gonna bother. Now I'm gonna crop this out. I always put titles, or like almost always. When I grow up, I want to die young. So they're not square. I don't know why people don't use the square. Okay, so let's crop this. So when I grow up, I want to die young. There you go. Now, what I like to do is just slightly turning the titles in different angles. Very slightly, just to give it more of an edge. And then what you can do is press Control and Shift on your keyboard and click on the items you want to select, so you can group them together, and then you can make it bigger and whatever, and just turn it all together. So this is really big. Hold on, let me just zoom in. Okay, so it's pretty big, but there you go, right there. And then when you have them selected in a group, when you're gonna press on backwards or forwards or clone, like I'll show you, if I clone, it clones the whole thing, right? So, and then if you press on backwards, it's gonna put them backwards all together. And I think I'm just gonna make it just a tiny bit smaller. Sorry, I start talking and then I stop. It's just I'm so focused that. Yeah, that's it. That's my doll. I'm done. Well, almost. The fun part is just starting. So if you want to make your doll look, I mean, she looks good, right? But if you want it to look 3D or a little more realistic, you're gonna want to use shadows. So first I'm gonna put shadow underneath her boots. Sometimes I will use like just this sort of grungy shadow, but you could use this and just put underneath each booth, right? And then I'm gonna go use my favorite shadow, and it's this one. And now we're gonna make it come alive. So if you're wearing a shirt on top of your pants, there's gonna be a shadow underneath the shirt, but on top of the pants. It sounds really like it doesn't make huge of a difference, but trust me, it does make a difference. And then I'm gonna put shadows in her legs. Sometimes I'll leave it on top, sometimes I'll put it behind. Here I'm gonna leave it on top of her leg. I'll leave this one on top too. This one I'll put behind because it looks like the source of the light source, the source of the light. The light source is coming from the left side. That's how I feel it. So I'm gonna make sure her left leg is not, it's like shinier. It's very minimal. Like it barely makes any difference when you first look at it, but overall it does. Now I'm definitely gonna put shadows behind her. So it's like she's standing in front of a wall. Her body is creating shadows behind her. A little bit of shadows over here. On top of her arm over here. I forgot this side. You don't want, personally, you don't want the shadows to be too dark. You want it to be very settled. If I'm not happy, I'm gonna go back and turn it. So see, I didn't do too much, but it makes quite a bit of a difference. I'm reaching my 50 item limit. Thank God I'm almost done. I need to have 3 shadows for my title. So now I'm at 46 item. I'll be fine. See? So just a tiny bit of shadows around her body in some specific area, and it makes it pop. Let me just add one more for this arm. There you go. Excuse me. All right, now for the title, I'm going to use this shadow. No, that's not the one. That's this one. Then I'm going to crop it like this. No, not the right shape. A bit longer and thinner. And then I'm going to put it behind my title. And then I'm going to clone it. Put it behind. And then this one is a bit thicker and shorter. What? A bit too thick. Whoop. There you go. It's a little too thick. There you go. I see the details. Like you probably don't see it, but I see it. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna make it tiny bigger. There you go. And I've reached my 50 item limit, so I'm done. So I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna try and publish this very soon. I'm gonna save it as a draft and see if I can just figure out this video. So yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll be able to make more videos like this. So I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.